I just want to start by thanking my friend back there, Ishard Robinson, for this drink. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Ishard. Lovely couple, mate. Love it. How many of us here today are from a foreign country? I see I'm not alone. Perhaps some of you will be able to relate to what I'm about to share with you. I find it very fascinating how England and America share the same language, but yet we sound so different on so many issues. Like, for example, the simple sentence, the water in Mallorca tastes bad. Some people in London would pronounce it like this, and I warn you, it's not very good English. The water in Mallorca don't taste like it ought to. It didn't sound that very good English, really. No. And that was one of my key misconceptions when I first moved here, is that because I was from England, I would speak very properly, I'd be like the Queen's kind of English, and everything would be so eloquent off my tongue. But it's not always the case. There are so many dialects in England itself, and to be quite honest with you all, many of them not even I understand. That's how tough it is. An early memory I had when I first visited the United States was in 1983. I went to stay with my auntie, and she had a little baby. How many of us have had a little baby or currently have a little baby and get kind of frustrated when the baby cries? It doesn't matter what you try to do, the baby is still crying. Guess what? That happened to me. So I approached my auntie and I said to my auntie, "Unclear, Gary won't stop crying. He just keeps crying. I've taken him for a walk. I've tried to feed him. I've tried to change him. I've even tried to sing to him and he's still crying." "Andrew, did you just say you sang to him?" "Yeah." "No wonder he's crying." In the heat of a moment, I guess I forgot I couldn't sing. Wasn't the best of ideas. "Hey, I'm Claire. I got an idea. I got an idea." "Oh, go ahead, Andrew. Dummy." "Excuse me?" Dummy. Did you just say what I thought you just said, Andrew?" "Yeah, I said dummy." "Andrew, that is so rude. Where is your mum? I'm going to have to straighten you out." "Oh no, man, what am I going to do? Oh no, I've blown it." It's times like that you wish Google Translate was invented. You could just take it out and just key in dummy and see what it meant. But in 1983, that didn't work. Come up with something. Oh, I've got it here. Hey, Claire. This is what he needs. He needs a dummy. "Andrew, why didn't you just say you needed a pacifier? I've been trying to tell you that for the past 5 minutes, and look where it's got me." That was what I really, really feared about relocating here, is that I would be misunderstood. It was such a deep fear rooted in me. It took me years to make the decision to relocate to the States. But the opportunities were so good here, and my dreams were so big, it kind of surpassed the fear I had. Another misconception that I found is that we're always jolly, always happy people, always smiling. I met somebody that my uncle introduced me to, one of his work colleagues called Cindy. And Cindy, Cindy's was so intrigued by my accent, as perhaps many of you are, or perhaps not, I don't know yet. And got speaking to her, and she's like, "So you're from England?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from England." "You're from jolly old England." I could never understand that, but she said that. "So where you're from? You're from Australia?" I'm like, "No, I'm not from Australia." "You're from New Zealand?" "No, I'm not from New Zealand." "You're from the Bahamas?" "No, I'm not from the Bahamas." "Oh, she keeps this up, she's going to say Saudi Arabia or Singapore, and that's going too far away." "Okay, I'm from England, I confess, I'm from England." "Wow, that's so cool. Can you speak? Can you talk? Talk some more. Talk. What she wanted me to do is talk. I got so tongue-tied, but it was a lot of fun. Final misconception that I found when moving here is that people think that we are so old-fashioned. You know, with the waistcoats and the top hats and the sticks, you know. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka or something like that. And you guys are old enough to remember that stuff. So I was speaking to someone I met at the pool. I was just hanging out, enjoying the sunshine of South Florida like we always do. And so I was speaking to some guys, and they're like, "So, where you're from?" So I'm like, "I'm from England." "You're from England? Have you ever met the Queen?" I said, "Yeah, I did meet her once. She stopped to use the bathroom." "Did you meet Bill Clinton?" It's funny. And he asked me another question. He said, "You'll have Burger King? You'll have McDonald's?" I was like, "Come on, man. We have everything. We have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have Bluetooth, and whatever else we are supposed to have as a first world country." So that was really, really, really funny. So the three misconceptions that I have found that people have about English people is we're easy to understand, and hopefully you guys can understand me today, otherwise I'm in trouble. Misconception number 2 is that we're always jolly, which isn't true because it's always raining, it's cloudy, and we always complain about everything, especially the food, because the food kind of sucks. Our national dish is fish and French fries. That's not too exciting or exotic, is it? And then when the sun finally comes out, we complain that it's too hot after we've stripped off all our clothes to do some sunbathing. But that's just the British culture thing. And then the third misconception is, so we're covered, we're easy to understand, we're jolly, and then old-fashioned. And of course, some of these misconceptions, we can prove them, or we can disprove them. So, with that being said, anyone for tea? Cheers.